Good morning. Just got attacked by a spider, so we'll see how long I stay out here. A good time for yoga. Get attacked by spiders. It's a beautiful morning this morning. Beautiful morning for doing some yoga on the deck. And I'm feeling encouraged to give a video a try, so this is a good practice run. So, the first thing to start with every morning and end with every day is a breath. So let's give that a go. Relax first. Oh dear, relaxing on video, not easy. I hope you can see me and hear me. Alright, I'll try to make myself a bit more visible. Sitting in Sukhasana, whatever is most comfortable for you. Palms facing forward. Oh, feeling the energy from the sun today. It is beautiful. Breathing in and breathing it out. Breaths out should be maybe even a second or two longer than breaths in, but a rule for me is like a count of maybe 4 in and 6 out. Just slow, measured breaths. And then kind of just forgetting about that count altogether and let it be natural. The first thing I better check though is how I'm sitting, because I'm feeling a little slumped. I don't have my cushion with me. I'm gonna just grab this cushion and just stick it, just to give myself a little bit of extra tip. Oh, see how that helps? Get a nice straight back, roll my shoulders back. Think about somebody with their hand on the back of my head, kind of just tugging me up a little bit. Sitting strong, sitting straight. And I'm gonna fill my chest with some nice fresh air. I don't know how many breaths that was. Maybe 8, maybe 10, maybe less. But it feels good. It's a good way to wake up. I'm gonna stretch out some of these sleepies after all night. So I guess we'll start from the top down. Take a minute, turn your head, using your breath to change movements. So now and again, I'll cue to remember to breathe, just in case we forget, because it is odd, we kind of forget. But on your own breath, when you move and change movements, that's when you would do it on your inhalations and exhalations. It really gets you focused on your breathing and your connection with your breath to your body, as opposed to everything else going on, like that man that just drove down the road. I don't want to think about him while I'm doing my breathing and my exercises. So with a deep breath out, I like to get rid of it all first. Breathe in, straighten. And turn the head to one side, slowly rotating at the neck. Getting a stretch. from the spine. Breathe out, back to center. Breathe in. Lean your head back and forward. Raise your hands above your head. Stretch to the sun and lean slowly to one side. Expanding the rib cage, feeling the separation of the ribs down the side of the body. Back to center. And what we do on one side, we do on the other. If you're sitting in Sukhasana, your legs are already in front of you. Not just cross your legs over in front of you or some variation of that posture. Put your hands flat on the floor in front of you and just walk them away from your body, looking straight ahead. The neck is still long and extended. Just walking slowly, slowly until you reach your comfort level with this. And this is a nice hip opener. We should feel our hips opening up a little bit, a stretch in through there. If you're comfortable, you can breathe here, create some space, and come down to your elbows. But try to keep your back from curving. So we don't want to have this motion. We want to have a nice straight back. If it means just stopping here or here, or coming down further, wherever you get the best stretch, and just breathe. Lock your hands back in. Take your feet. Place the flats of your feet together. You could still be sitting on your cushion, legs up, tipping you forward a little bit. You can hold your knees or your ankles or wherever you're comfortable. And just pinch those shoulders back a bit. Breathe, feeling that opening in the hips, letting your legs fall to the side. We're going to be doing a lot of sitting today, or some people spend a fair bit of time at their desks. If that's something that you have to do, then these hips are spending a lot of time in this rather unnatural position. So taking the time to get them tipping forward, to open and stretch them and move them in different ways and rotate the different bits and pieces in there, getting some motion will really help us in the future. If not today, then in the future, but I feel better already, so I think it's extremely helpful. Another hip opener for those of us who are going to find themselves in their desk for a fair bit of the day is this movement. Now this is a little bit, some people find this one a little bit challenging, but it's so good. So if you can manage to practice it a little bit and get a comfort zone with it, I think you'll really appreciate it. So I'll use my cushion again. Why not? It's there to use. This is actually a really nice one. I'm going to take this one in the house. So I'm starting sitting straight. And how I'll start this one, there's a few ways to get into it. But I'm going to take my right leg and just feel it under. So this hip and this knee are pointed forward, nice and straight. And I'm going to try to just level up my hips here. Okay, they're nice and level. And I might need to stay here. If I just, my right foot is underneath my left leg, and if I lean forward here, I can feel a stretch. A little bit. Not what I want though. What I want is a little bit more than that. So I'm going to take this leg, this left leg, and pull it over so that it's here. On the other side of my other leg. See that? Foot is flat on the floor. With a breath in, breathe out deeply and take your right elbow and pin it in on the outside of this one. Okay? And using my breath, I'm going to twist and get a really gorgeous twist in my spine. Bringing it out. So this, I'm opening up my hips here as well as getting a twist in the spine. But it's important when you twist, make sure you're twisting from the lower part of your body up. So we don't want to like twist like this and then try to pull our bodies over. We want to pull right here, twisting right here, a gentle twist, slowly, that causes our upper body to twist as we go. Now what I'm going to do here, you can stay there and keep a stretch in that motion, but I'm like this pose. So this leg here now, I'm going to try to stack. So just, I might need to move around a little bit, just trying to get my knees on top of this knees, and this is nice. Use a cushion. Use a cushion to get here. You might even need to use 2 cushions or fold your cushion up to get a little bit of height, whatever's comfortable. But this is a stretch like no other right here in this hip bone. And boy, I'll tell you, if I had to spend all day sitting right now, or if I had some time that I had to be spending at a desk, I'd be taking a break to do this stretch as often as I could. And there's variations, like you can make it more challenging or less challenging. But if you can practice this one a little bit, this is delicious. Alright, take my legs back out. And of course we're going to do it on the other side. So now I just got to tuck this left leg under, just like crossing your legs. And I'll try to get it pointing my knees straight ahead. My foot is back here by my hip. And I'll start with a twist. So I take my right leg and put it to the outside of my left knee. Foot is flat on the ground. Conscious of my hip. So my hip wants to tip up here now. But I don't want my hip to tip up. So I'm just going to kind of shift my pillow a little bit so that doesn't happen. I want to keep them nice and even wherever I can. So from here, use your right hand for steadiness. Bring it behind you. Use your breath. Twisting from the bottom, and breathe. Use your left elbow to kind of give yourself a push, and turning to look over your right shoulder. Oh, that feels so good. And if it doesn't feel good, come out of it and try to readjust a little bit. But if it feels as good as it feels to me, just hold it. Breathe, feel that spine lengthening with each breath. Breathing in, we might have to come out a little bit. And breathing out, we can maybe twist just a little further. Wringing out the insides, bringing all kinds of new blood into the belly. And then, before coming back to center, which I almost did, I'm just going to let this leg stack right on top of this other leg. So if you can see, this is what it looks like from the front. And it's a bit of a challenge to get into, and they may be like maybe up here, or maybe, you know, all over the place. But just take a minute to just adjust and try to even up those hips. We don't want pain in the knee. If there's pain in the knee, take it out. Take out the lower leg. And just begin here. Straight. And it's wonderful. Lean forward. Gives us a deeper stretch in those hip joints. stay there as long as you need. I'm looking at my video. I'm 15 minutes in already when I'm taking my time. All right. Hold those postures. All right. Well, those are a couple of lovely hip openers for my office dwelling friends today. Take some time for yourself. Do your hips a favor. You want to keep them for a very long time. Have a wonderful morning and namaste.